0 and then... Oh. Shit. I remembered when I moved to this location here, to this place in Berlin, I was basically 23 years old. It was almost 10 years ago, and I had a little beach, a lake near my flat. I can walk to this place here in like maybe 15 minutes, and usually I jog around here, I swim around here, and I thought that is crazy that I have a beautiful lake in Germany, in a big city, right in front of my house. And that's technically the deepest lake in Berlin because that's built during, it's actually been made during the construction of the airport Tegel. It's far behind there, that's the airport Tegel. And then they needed a lot of sand and they digged out the lake here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the airport is no more, they deconstructed it and now some houses are built there or something like that. And ladies and gentlemen, we're filming this vlog on the Lumix S1H in 6K. It feels so nice to de-rig this camera and actually to have the camera in my hand. I still have the cage on it and I can vlog with this cam now. It's in my hand, it's pretty heavy and I have the 16-35mm lens on it and I film in MOV 6K or 5.9K in Vlog. And I want to test it. How can you work with this footage? Is it vloggable? Can you handle that footage? Can my new laptop handle that footage? Well, that's the question. And you cannot crop in 6K. That's why these ducks over there, I cannot zoom in because I'm on the 16-35 and it's 35mm. You cannot use the APS-C mode in 6K because then you would lose the 6K capability. Usually this lake is much more crowded, but we have the last days of April, it's Friday and it's not so crowded here because the weather is not so ultra nice. Usually I go on this place here or right next to this place on the other spot because it's here very loud. A lot of teenagers here having music, smoking, etc. And yeah, this lake is usually pretty crowded in summer, especially very crowded. But I tend to enjoy to go to the lake here. And I wanted to be a little bit more open in terms of my income here. Not on my income on YouTube, that's ridiculously low because I have 2,000 subscribers. I make virtually nothing from YouTube, but I want to let you be part of my videography and freelancer living. As you know, I'm a full-time freelancer and I got mail from my tax lady and I made from January to March 2023 per month around 3.5K per month. That's before tax and before health insurance, etc. I pay around 250 euro health insurance that will rise, and so you can say I made about, maybe after tax and etc., about 2,500 per month with my videography freelancer work. That is, I think, okay for me. It's pretty cool. I like this. It could be more, but I want to be a little bit open about it, talk about it, and let you be let you be part of my freelancer work. The most famous sound in the world. Oh, shit. That's a Goldmalz beer. That's a beer without alcohol. Very healthy. Can you actually see a difference between 4K and 6K? I think 99% of my subscribers haven't display better than 4K. Most people watch it on the phone anyway, and I think if you have a 6K display or 8K display, I think there is a little bit noticeable difference, but I think that's not so ultra of a difference. I actually just want to test my Lumix S1H with my new laptop. I cannot tell you what kind of laptop it is. I have a little cooperation. I am a brand ambassador for a laptop brand. I cannot speak about what it is so far, but I have a very, very powerful laptop right now, and I have to make a 3-minute review video about it. It should be then ready or be watchable in end of May, maybe, I hope so. And yeah, that laptop is amazing, I can tell you this. And I want to test my laptop with this camera. The Lumix S1H is capable of 6K. Basically you need then proxies to work with it, or maybe I don't need proxies with this laptop because it's very powerful. And yeah, I want to test the best laptop I have with the best camera I have. Okay, it's starting to rain. You know what is not so good about this 6K MOV long GOP format in this camera? I can shoot in 4K all intra. The all intra codec uses about 400 megabits per second, up to 400 megabits per second. But the all intra codec is basically far more easy to edit than the long GOP codec. The long GOP codec makes a lot of problems. Vegas crashes a lot with this codec, at least when you have not the fastest SSDs. Then Vegas crashes sometimes with this codec. But with the all-intra codec, Vegas runs so smooth, it almost never crashes. If you have a GH5, S5 or something else, then use the all-intra codec. Oh no, the S5 and S5 II hasn't got the all-intra codec. Oh, surprise, surprise. I use the S1H now since last December on all my projects, and I can tell you that it's pretty awesome camera. I shoot basically one little 6K project with it, but in all the other occasions I worked with the 4K all-intra codec, or sometimes even just the MP4 full HD codec, depending on the client and etc. And I can tell you this camera is a powerhouse, especially with the rig, with the Anton Bauer batteries, etc. Has this thing a very long runtime. For like 4 weeks ago I had a little shooting. I should film and DJ setup, and they wanted a 6.5 hour long video. Basically one take of this. Set and with the crowd in the background, etc. And the codec was MP4. I shot in 4K, just a still standing camera without any autofocus, without any image stabilization to save some battery, but I only used half of my Anton Bauer V-mount battery. After 6.5 hours was this camera still running. It never overheated. This was like 35 degrees Celsius in this little room. It was a techno party. It was ultra loud, ultra hot, and this camera never overheated whatsoever. That's a powerhouse of a camera. Das Pfand müssen wir aufheben. Ja. Ja. Ja, können wir mitnehmen. Ja. One secret to becoming a successful filmmaker is kiwi. Actually, the skin of the kiwi provides your brain with some very good nutrition. These little fibers promote the growing of new dendrites in your brain, which basically then connects different areas of your brain, and then you are much more creative and capable of making good videos. If you have to ask what kind of SD cards you need for recording 6K footage, V60 Lexa Professional cards. This is a 256 gigabyte card. It costs now 99 euros, and I have 3 of them, and it has a writing speed up to 250 mbits per second. And I have these cards. They are very good and reliable. I work with these cards since maybe 2 or almost 3 years now. Very good card. I can recommend these cards 100%. Not sponsored ad here, by the way. And you can record in 6K 1 hour and 20 minutes with this card. That's nothing basically. For one card, 100 euro, and then 1 hour 20 minutes. That's not so long, my friend. This spot behind me at this lake, the FKK beach, that's my local nude beach area. So if you ever visit Berlin and see a bald, naked, bearded dude on the beach, then come and say hey, and maybe let's take some pictures at a nude beach here. If you're not from Germany, if you're not from Berlin, become actually going nude on a beach without clothing is actually pretty common here. I know for some people in the US it's a strict insane, but welcome to Germany.